building with your boy Jiggy Reckless Hype. Today is, I don't even know the motherfucking date.
Bro, all the days are starting to seem the same.
It's Thursday, March 26th.
You sure it's Thursday or is it Friday?
It's Thursday.
You know how you saw that Spider-Man meme where it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's like everything's just starting to seem the same nowadays.
It's all flowing, man. If you know the date, then you know what is going on in the world right now. So first and foremost, man, we wish you positive health. We wish you, mental happiness, all the things that,
Facts.
we're all in the search of today. I'm joined by a special guest. I'm in the building with my brother Tevin. This is usually when I shake you up and we say hello.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, but we practicing social distance and it's big love. Happy to have you here, brother. I think we've been planning to do this for quite some time, so it's nice too.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro.
Man, we in downtown LA having a good time, enjoying, and being grateful for what it is we got.
Yes, sir.
Currently, bro, how you feeling?
We've
had a few conversations.
You know what? Yeah, we had talked about that. I think just the last couple of days. There's days where I wake up and I find myself in a dark place, and there's days where I wake up and I find myself on the positive of things. I think that, LA as a whole, when we were going through with it being raining, kind of this first couple of days, but I think today and yesterday, I think I woke up on the positive side of things with the sunshine, and I think it's going to be sunny the next couple of days and weeks going forward. So I think that's what the city needs, especially in the dark times that we're living in. So I feel good. I feel healthy. I worked out this morning. I drank my water. I drank my smoothie.
Yeah, you was on the gram.
Yeah.
Thought
Y'all tripping, bro. I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying?
Team fitness.
Yeah,
my
bro.
man was on it.
The homies act. Yeah,
nah,
I mean, you feel me? I'm just, I think it's just, I think today I just woke up. Like the last couple of days, I just haven't really been able to work out as like I want to. But I've been, even though I know we're not supposed to be outside, but I've been walking around, taking more walks, and going on runs by the marina and by the ocean, just for like 30 minutes just to clear my brain, and I'm back in the crib. But I think that helps with my creativity, and I think I noticed that last night.
That's real. No, I think that's a great point. One of the things that I've realized is I'm back here in LA. I'm like, bro, this is obviously a pandemic, right? This has all affected us globally. But here in the States, man, there's so many people that, like, for example, you think about states like Arkansas, like Mississippi, people that have been forced to, be in the house and not socialize. There's so many opportunities and blessings of being in a city like Los Angeles that you can drive to Malibu. And, and obviously, by no means are we saying that, social distancing isn't important. And, the ability to quarantine and the ability to make sure that you're not adding to the spread of this virus, because it is some real shit. But having the opportunity just to do the freedom to do those things for the time being is extremely special.
Until they shut all that down.
Yeah, so we will get into that a lot more in just a little bit, kind of the perspectives that we've seen. The good, the bad, the ugly, and what we have personally seen, what we can hopefully, inspire for you guys to, manifest in your lives as we go through this all together. But culture, I think culture is in an interesting place right now, right? Because, all the homies work in the industry to some extent. Things are on pause. What have you been able to intake? Like, have you been listening to any music? What are you watching? What are you, I know you've been writing.
Yeah, bro. I think that for me personally, I think a lot of times people always say like, oh, like you're a director, you must be watching like hella shit and catching up on shows and all that. I really haven't. I've really been listening to a lot of selection radio. I've been listening to a lot of R&B, a lot of neo soul, a lot of just mixtures. I haven't even really been blasting hip hop like that. And I really haven't been trying to watch too much media and news like that. And
you ain't been bumping Uzi?
I mean, bro, like, when I work out, but when I had the whip, I was cooling. Like, I was listening to Uzi, but it's like, bro, like, at a time like this, bro, like, when I'm able to get hype or when I'm working out, I'll slap Uzi or when I'm driving. But I think, bro, in the crib, I've been having selection just on repeat. So shout out to Joe K. But I've been just really in a heavy vibe space. Where it's just
maybe
like,
I'm just a young nigga.
Trying
to make the most.
You feel me? Like,
shit.
Nah, it's cool.
That's
that's cool though. Because some days you could slap the Uzi, but I think that just right now, like, I don't see I don't see how long this is gonna go. So it's just like I'm just trying to pace myself throughout each and every day. It's like, you know, I want to feel like hyped as hell like one day, but I also want to keep a consistent flow and mood throughout it. So I think that's what Selection
Growth.
Yeah, kind of helps me with it. And then also I think that Childish Gambino album, I think that was a beautiful album. I think that was an album that
I saw homies were bagging on it. They said it was weird. I ain't touched it yet.
I don't think it's very much weird. I think that it was an album that was meant for his sons that were explaining the status of the world that we're living in, and that this world isn't perfect, and at times it's gonna seem dark, and at times it's gonna seem like there's no light in it, but it's just knowing them is keeping it 100, you know, to his sons. So I think if you really listen to it from that perspective, especially on the last song, but it really just, to me, it was a beautiful album. And, you know, I'm a Donald Glover fanatic, and I rock with anything that he does. So
he does a lot of good shit.
A lot of good stuff, bro. So, you know, I was rocking with that album, bro. 1238 got to be probably my favorite song with 21 Savage and SZA.
That's on the album?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I need to text you.
It goes crazy.
Pause.
It goes crazy. It goes crazy.
Pause. You feel me? Nah.
Yeah. It goes crazy.
No, okay. I'm gonna have to fuck with it.
He got a song with Savage on there that, and bro, it's called numbers, so it's called 1238, bro. Yeah. So I highly suggest, bro. Just, you know, it might not be for you. It might be for you, but I highly recommend 1238. You slap that, bro.
I'm gonna have to see that. I think I've definitely been off the Uzi off top.
Yeah.
I've definitely been, you know, fighting the urge to like figure out all these challenges. You done any of these challenges on Gram?
It's a process.
I felt. What's funny is I didn't get tagged in none, so I was like obviously clowning the motherfuckers that was doing it. Then I got tagged, and I was like, I got tagged into the selfie one. Shout out to Lo. It's his fault.
Yep.
Then this cute girl tagged me in the push-up challenge.
Yep.
She's doing push-ups. What I look like denying her challenge. Yep. So I did the push-ups in the sand on Malibu. Kind of.
Yep.
You feel me? But you done any challenges yet?
Bruh, I have not done any challenges yet.
Have you been nominated?
I've been nominated. But it's funny because last night, I think that these challenges are just gonna start getting more ridiculous and more ridiculous.
It's already reached that point though.
It has.
Like now it's annoying.
It
was a spread of positivity. It was more like a community thing.
Yeah.
But now people are just doing challenges, like making shit up. What is your post your puppy challenge?
But that's
what color
but
is
you gotta
your
think about
challenge?
it like. But that's just
what condom do you use challenge?
Yeah, but that's just like that. That's the that's like. But the thing is, like, oh yeah. Like, and that's just like, people are gonna, in the world that we live in, like, we're in such dark times that people are gonna find the most,
dark world.
The fun in the most like stupidest stuff. So even if that's challenges, like, it's like, hey, like, there might be a TP challenge, like I was explaining to Gerald, like people might just start flexing how much toilet paper they have.
You feel me?
You know what I mean? Like people might just be like, oh, like the no shape up challenge or the no lineup challenge. Like, let's see how grimy people can actually get, because it's gonna get to that time where it's like,
see, we both got the hats on today.
Yeah, bro, I got the hat. I might be rocking the hat and the do-rag for a while.
You're not finna catch me slipping.
So it's just like, I don't know, bro. Like last night, I just wasn't. I felt like super creative, so I just kind of took everything that's been going on in the world around me, from going to stores and not finding toilet paper, and seeing that cops are in front of the stores, and seeing people cough on people, and seeing that cops and homeless people are the only people
been coughing on people.
Yeah, bro. I went to the store the other day and it was super chaotic.
On purpose?
Yo, bro, I don't know. I thought that I thought I was like, wow, are you joking around or what? But some older lady was like coughing on somebody from this dude, and he seemed like he was just super annoyed. And I was just like, wow, like this is the type of stuff that it's a crazy world we live in.
Nah,
so like,
bro, I'm not going for that.
Nah, I swear to God. So like, I've literally just took everything that I've observed around me during the time of this pandemic, and I just put it into a little 10-page script, and I just wrote a little story.
When do we get that?
Hopefully this week, bro. Okay. So it's just, yeah.
So it'll be out by the time we see this.
Oh yeah, it'll be out, bro. Shit. It'll be out. It's just, yeah. I think that just as time went by, like I think that the biggest thing for me to put my mind together through what I observe and see is through script writing. So I think that there's so many times as creatives we try to like force ourselves, like I need to work. And I think sometimes like it hits you when it hits you, and I think when it hits you, like it flows. And I think that yesterday when I was driving, it just hit me, and I started writing down the story, and I got home and I wrote the script, and you know, it's just a quick 10 pages, but I was up to like 4 a.m. writing, and then when I got done with it, I was like, wow, like I feel good because I finally got like my creative juices out, you know, instead of being stuck in the house. And I feel like sometimes for creatives, like it's okay to like rest. It's okay to not do anything. It's okay to not watch movies and a ton of films and study and all that shit. So sometimes it's just cool just to like vibe out, take a walk, eat some good food, chill, listen to music. And then when an idea sparks, it'll be like a water flow, and it'll flow through you with like no hesitation. So I think last night was just an example of, you know, people are like, yeah, bro, I've been writing, I've been watching stuff and all this. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Like, that's cool. And I was like, it hasn't hit me, but when it hits me, it hits me.
Yeah, every time.
And last night, it hit me, you feel me?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think everybody, like, you know, it's so interesting. We all say the culture, right?
Yeah.
Like, the culture, like, whatever that is, whatever you see it is. And people talk about, you know, like, contributing to the culture.
Yep.
And I think one of the misconceptions that creatives and just people as a whole have is like, people say, oh, you're not cultured. The absolute only way, in my opinion, and you tell me what you think, and this is like one of the universal things, is because culture is not just hip hop, it's not just movies, not just content. Culture is everything. It's anthropology, it's food, it's art, it's, you know, science, it's all that, and it's global. The only way for you to become cultured is to go out into the world and obtain that culture.
Facts.
Right? So you talking about how you went, you know, you drove out to Hidden Hills to try to find toilet paper. That experience is what allowed your creative juices to be able to flow.
It's really,
you know,
wild.
It's really like that.
It's really wild, bro, because in the script, like, it's about this dude named Quincy, and he goes like every single store in his neighborhood, and there's no toilet paper. And he talks to one of his friends, and he's like, bro, like, you know, just try Calabasas or try the Hidden Hills or try the Valley, like they might have something. So he actually goes out there, and he goes out there,
gets on the one-on-one,
pushes it, and he drives 40 minutes, and he realizes, like, you know, he goes out there, he realizes like a whole bunch of stuff goes down, a whole bunch of wild stuff, because people don't really realize this, but like when they say like stay in your house, like really like stay in your house, because right now in every single store, like it's chaotic, like it's a war zone. So it's just that every time, like, I'll feel happy as hell at the house, and then I go out into the world, and I'm like,
and you're reminded,
and I'm reminded, like,
Yeah.
We're in a very dark place right now, and this is not good. So last night I realized that when I went to Walmart and I went to Target, and I was just like, yeah, let me go back home. Like,
let me take my ass back in the house.
There's no toilet paper here, and things are not looking good. There's police cars out front. There's police roaming the streets. Let me just go back home and try another day.
See, look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm unfortunate if I'm not lacking toilet paper. I might have to do a raffle on Reckless if you need some toilet paper. I will ship you some toilet paper.
Nah, but start selling toilet paper on StockX.
It's interesting. It's interesting just because my parents live in the burb, so we're way out. We're still in LA County, but we're like 35, 40 minutes. Oh man, that's crazy. You know what's crazy? My mom is FaceTiming right now. Should we answer just to say what's up? Tell her. This is crazy right now. Mom, oh look, she got Ziggy on the go.
What did he do?
Man, Mom, can I tell you something right now?
What?
I'm out here shooting Reckless right now in the middle of an episode, and you call me.
Oh, say hi to your baby.
Hey, Zig. She got my puppy on again.
Shout out the
Ziggy, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Hey, you see that, bro? Look, he like, what? The boy for real. You mind if I call you back? We out here just, you know. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, love you to pieces.
Right, love you.
Yeah, you know it's crazy. That is the absolute.
Shout out to Mom.
Man, that's the absolute only person on the planet that can call me in the middle of an episode and my smile doesn't flinch.
Hey.
Shout out to Moms. But anyways, we were just talking about it. It was funny.
Yeah.
I live out in the burbs, about 30, 40 minutes from LA, and it's crazy to see there's an immense amount of tranquility.
Yep.
It's a big word. Tranquility about what the situation is right now, just because, to your point, there's a level of financial, mental, physical, and emotional stability that exists in a place like that, right? So I've been quarantining. I've been in the crib. Now this was my first day out. Shout out to Grizzly yesterday. That I've been out, and I had to go stop to get some things. I had to go to Best Buy and I had to go to Target, and it's crazy they're doing the whole curbside thing, to get your stuff. And it was in West Hollywood, and it was insane to walk in there and just immediately, like, energy is invisible, right? To walk in there and feel the panic and the aura. I was like, damn, like, obviously this shit is real. I haven't been, oblivious to it, but it is really real.
Oh, yeah.
So it was extremely interesting to see the way in which people maneuvered, the selfishness to people, getting their items, and just the, like, overall panic. Nobody was smiling. I mean, not like motherfuckers really.
What's there to smile about?
What is there to smile about, right? So it was very interesting to see that, and the way people are doing it, bro. It's really real in the field out here.
It is.
I think it's interesting to see. We were talking. We said. You said the mayor possibly could be, like, extending this for how long?
2 months. 2 months.
Bro.
Yeah, people are like Big Sean, like, oh yeah, we're gonna be off this by April. But I'm like, nah, like you better mentally think that we're gonna be in this for like 10 to 12 weeks. Yeah. And then if they shorten it, it's like, oh, cool. But it's like blessing. It's a marathon, bro. Like a lot of people were like, man, like, man, we at home, we cooking, we doing home workouts. Week 7, bro, you might be like, all right, what?
Insane.
You know what? I need some Chick-fil-A.
Looking like, well, first of all, you can still get Chick-fil-A.
No, well, you can, but some people are like, oh, like, I'm going to have, like, home meals. I ain't leaving the house. But I'm like, okay, bro, I guarantee you by week 7, you're going to be one like, you know what? Let me just go get some In-N-Out, or let me go get some Chick-fil-A. You feel me?
I mean, I've already been doing that, but maybe I should.
Yeah, I went to Chick-fil-A the other night. Speaking of, they gave me extra sauce, but no straw.
Damn.
Right?
You was sick about it?
I had to, and they gave me extra ice too, so I had to, like, drink the juice with, like, all the ice on my beard and stuff. It was super cold, so I was like, damn, I ain't got no straw.
Joe in the background ain't got no sympathy for Ted right now. He's like, what the fuck?
For real. Hey, that is
it is. You know
what I'm saying? When they put so much ice in there, but it's like, bro, I just want to drink it in peace. You feel me? I want a straw.
Yeah, I actually do enjoy it when Starbucks, they give you, like, the coffee mug lid without it. Those I can enjoy, but to your point, when I gotta take off the whole thing,
and it's
I'm
like
a clumsy motherfucker. That shit
might spill. You feel me? It's like, bruh, give me a straw, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, come around. We said, hi, how can we help you? You didn't give me a straw. Let me come around and get my straw.
But you know what though? The thing that I enjoyed about when I pulled up to that Chick-fil-A, it was a team full of girls working, and they looked like, man, it looked like they were in there low key taking shots. But they were in there just
Where is this Chick-fil-A?
Bro, this was in Santa Monica, bro, off Lincoln. And literally, bro, like, they were just having a good time. So it's just like, that brought joy to my eyes to be like, okay, bro, the Chick-fil-A workers in here, bro, they still having fun, even though the times that we live in. So it's like,
I mean, their customer service always gonna be OD, but hell yeah, to your point, to see that. No, that's special. What's funny too is, like, they've obviously shut down all businesses outside of, like, getting medical attention, getting some groceries, and outside of that, not really. We were just talking about struggling to get a haircut. Everybody gonna be looking like monsters out of Monsters Inc. in about 7 weeks. You out here talking about it. Your favorite shorty is not gonna have her nails done. She won't have her eyebrows done. Nope. She will not have her shit laced. Nope. We gonna find out who really loves who. Man. We both single right now, so we don't gotta worry about quarantine.
Ain't gotta worry about all that, man.
That just seems like stress personally. Like, I respect if you really love your person and y'all have been down, but like if we've been like getting to know each other, and we've had like a level of time to, like, we do things, we go on dates, we we hang out. For at my crib, cool. We're Disney Plus and chilling, that's cool, that's whatever. But now we gotta spend OD time together.
Oh nah, it's even, bro, for the couples that live with each other. You know what I mean? Like it's
work is good for you to leave.
It's like, yo, man, hey, it's like, hey, good luck to y'all.
Do I really love you?
Good luck to y'all, because it's either you getting tired of it, or you like, man, I'm trying to quarantine and chill. You feel me?
See, but it's probably good right now, right? Because it's still early, right? So there's probably some things that annoy you, but like to your point, may come around, you like, Whoa.
It's
Whoa. The
different
second
ballgame.
this is over, sheesh.
Woo, out the house.
That's tough. That's extremely tough. I
First
think-
day out.
First day out.
First day
Shit,
out.
shout out T Grizzly. Yeah, I think that's a super interesting topic in itself too. We was talking about earlier in terms
That's
of
actually funny because
it's funny as fuck, right?
Nah, it's funny because I remember like I was at the club. I was at one club. I don't really go to clubs in LA. I think it was the Argyle, and it was like a moment like straight out of Atlanta because I'm with my homies. It's his birthday, and like I'm like, you know, I'm a little bit gone, you know, and all of a sudden, bro, like literally, I look up. And this is like a club, like there's sections and all that. I don't go to that much, you know what I'm saying? I'm real chill. So all of a
real
sudden, like,
wholesome with it.
yeah, bro. So I'm like, all of a sudden, like, I'm faded, and I look up, and the promoter's like, Joon, we got T Grizzly in the house. I'm like, what? I look like, what? And then all of a sudden, he starts performing first day out, and I'm just like, where am I right
niggas
now?
prayed on my downfall.
Yeah, and I'm like, where am I right now? And it's like, you know, one of those annoying promoters, like, T Grizzly in the house.
Yeah. No, that do sound like Atlanta.
Yeah,
That's like
and it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
and then all of a sudden, bro, I look down. It's like we got Castro in the house, and I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, like this is random.
That sound like a real mid club.
Yeah, it was real LA.
Very,
and I was just
very
like,
C plus B grade.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Yeah,
let me get my ass out of here.
Let me
Yeah,
let me head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Let me head out. You
Hey,
feel me?
no, but shout out to T Grizzly. I don't know if you see him. Sharif put me on his content. He has his cooking, not a cooking show, but he like has meals brought to him. He does it with like other artists or influencers.
Oh, I didn't even
and
know
then
that.
basically he does like what we're doing, except he has gourmet meals and random houses, and they just laugh.
I didn't know
It's
that.
it's extremely funny.
Oh, that's dope,
Extremely
bro.
funny.
You
Like,
find
it's-
anything on YouTube?
Absolutely anything. So much good content. You know, I'm thinking because you literally just brought up talking about Atlanta.
Yeah.
Have you seen Dave?
Oh, bruh.
Bro, have you seen Dave?
Bro, I just started watching Dave last night.
Bro, have you seen
Bro,
Dave? For those that have not, are you tapped in right now? Make
Bro.
sure you go watch Dave.
Bro, oh
it is
God.
Lil Dicky's
Oh my
version
God.
of it's not and you don't want to call it a spin off Atlanta, but just think of
Oh
the things
my
the
God.
auras, the vibes,
Bro.
the jokes, the
This is
settings, the
so
scenes of Atlanta, and you know you put it into white culture. But Lil Dicky, of course, is a rapper, a real rapper. I'm out here ruining the motherfucking show for
Bruh,
you. Go
nah,
watch
this
it.
is legit
It's
wild,
real
man.
funny.
Nah,
real
it's
funny.
wild. It's so wild because like I literally started watching that show last night, like because it was on FX, bro. And when I was watching, I was like, bro, this reminds me of Atlanta.
No question.
And bro, no cap. Every episode they got a rapper in there, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was
because he got that pull.
It was made in Tokyo. Then they had Thug in there. Then they had Gunna. Then they had Trippie Redd.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, this is actually like a show that I want to watch now.
YG.
Yeah, I like the manager is hilarious, but I like how they
it's jokes.
I like how they spelled the bipolar thing as well. You know
Man.
what I mean? Like that was a deep episode. But I mean, bro, like it's hella crazy that you mentioned that because I just started watching that show last night.
He
and now I
said,
have to go back to
he
it.
said his manager, who is like his I don't know cousin or something, his
Oh,
his
yeah.
best friend. He said, "Yeah, I just met a rapper. His name's T Dillison." He's like, T Dillison. He was like, Ty Dolla Sign.
Oh, yeah, bro. Hey,
Bro, it's jokes. Go watch
it's
it.
crazy because
Go
it's like
watch it.
FX. You could kind of tell that like they for sure.
It's a little unfiltered,
Yeah, no, and I love
Yeah.
FX. If I was ever have a show, it'd be on FX.
man.
And I think that it feels good because it's like, wow, like while there's no Atlanta, this kind of fills that Atlanta void where like it feels good, it looks good, the cinematography is good, the jokes are good, the writing is good, like, and I didn't know like Lil Dicky was actually like that funny. Like
He
he's
is, bro.
hilarious.
He is. He's extremely talented in the sense of like his music. He's a satire. Like shout out to the OGs that really pioneered this shit. Like I think about especially white rappers like somebody like Asher Roth.
Asher Roth.
Like I really like when I had the iPod Nano, I used to bump Asher Roth. I could not wait to go to college, man. I love Jake. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he was really that guy. To now Lil Dicky is able to like. Not only his personal brand is him as a person.
Yeah, and
he's not any different in the show than he is the rapper in his real
And you
life.
know what? Also, the one thing I like about it is it's showing, just like Atlanta, it's showing that it is a possible way for like black people to be like weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's
goofy.
like goofy. Like his two friends, like they're like, bro, like I'm weird too. Like you're in the episode I watched last night, like he was like, you know, every single hip hop culture and word and all that stuff, and you talk extremely proper, and like it was hilarious, bro. And they talked about like, you know, being bipolar and all that stuff. So it was I recommend it.
See, but that's real as shit too, because I'm thinking about like anything that is hip hop oriented, especially that like you think about white people get, you know, shitted on when they're trying to like impose understanding of black culture. But to your point, there's also not really a level of acceptance for like black people who have an upbringing that doesn't resemble the content that they make.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even as a whole, it's either like it's the whole like, you know, Drake talks about it. But Drake's light skin is I'm not black enough, but I'm too black for the white kids. I think that's such a pocket that like we don't have this. Can you think of anybody off top as an artist? I'm trying to think of anybody that like. Donald. Well, I mean, but I think he has a little bit of an elevate, and his respect is he has so much respect outside of music. Right. I'm trying to think of somebody that like right now is in the industry that like.
That's a good question.
You know, it's tough because like it's like even like, and I don't want to like say somebody like Anderson .Paak or something like that, because that's a different. I'm talking like you make real rap music. Yep. You don't talk about guns or nothing, but you talk about, you know, being in the club, spending money, you got these shorties, this, that. Like it's tough because you know their peers, and then almost too like if you're a little young, you know, you like SoundCloud rappers, that's not appealing to you.
Nah,
it's somebody that like doesn't, you know, even pretend to live that lifestyle.
Nah.
You know, I think even that for me, like by far, even in my family, I've definitely been the most acclimated to white culture. Yeah. Like my family, I'm from Florida. We grew up in I personally did, in a small country town, my whole entire family. And, you know, my mom being the only one, we moved to Orlando. Yeah. I think there was definitely some resentment within my family. Obviously, me not having control over that. You being from Oakland, where there's in a midst of pride for black culture. Yeah. I could see maybe it'd be tougher for somebody to get that same love and respect in the town.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Bay, you got to remember, is the Bay Area. You have to remember is so diverse.
Yeah,
so it's
of
like,
course.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying, like we grew up with, you know, white boys who would wear grills and who would literally like look at Jeezy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but that's a goof.
but nah, bro, like Jeezy has a lot of respect though, you know.
He does.
You know what I mean? So it's just that it's literally just like when you grow up around so many different cultures, bro, it's like if you with it, you with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, definitely too. Down south, no question. Think of Paul Wall.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, but that's Houston though. You feel me? And Houston kind of has that similar as far as like a heavy culture that a Bay Area would. You know what I mean? Because it's just that when I went to Houston, I felt it. Like whether there was Hispanics, blacks, whites, everybody like kind of felt connected in a way. Yeah. And I think that's because whether if it's close to the water or whatever. But nah, bro, like I think it's different when you start to go into like a Florida or whatever, like when you start to go back east and stuff. But I mean, even East Coast, like in New York and stuff. You feel me? Like,
see, but like going back to what we're talking about though, I'm talking about like let's call it like a gentrified black person, and it's not even so much because that's the issue. Is
I mean, bro, nah, look at in the Bay, bro. I mean, look at the Pack, bro. Like when they were talking about got my Vans on, but they look like
the Pack is legendary.
Hey, but like, but in the Bay, bro, like the Pack was like really the first kind of group to be like, nah, bro, like it's Vans and skateboards and scrapers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where it was like a mixture of culture. You know what I mean? Because for me, bro, like I wasn't like the type that wore like, you know, super long white tees and literally, you know, talked about gangbanging and all that stuff. Like, it was like, nah, bro, I resemble more to the Pack.
Cause I shopped at Zoomies.
Yeah, bro. Like, you feel me? Because I did skateboard and I did wear Vans. You feel me? I'm actually wearing Vans right now. So it's just like, yeah, bro. Like, you look at somebody like, you know, a Dom K, you know what I mean? Or if you look at somebody like, you know, the Pack, Lil B, whatever, like, you know, Young Stunner Man and Uno and all them, bro. It's like that they kind of was like, nah, bro, like, they had a mixtape that was called Skateboards to Scrapers. So it was just like, it was that intertwining of cultures, you feel me?
Which was big, and they're the foundation, but you know, we're struggling to think about somebody right now. So it'll be interesting to see who can, and then I mean, I guess one that you, prime example, I'm bugging Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
bro.
that's probably who we're thinking about.
Yep.
But again, it's like I think from the black culture, you're perceived as gentrified, and then because you're accepted by white culture, you're perceived as being accepted, but like it's because you're not illiterate. You don't talk about drugs and violence. You know, it's very hard to. It's lonely. To be in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, it's lonely, but it's like, you know, so shout out to everybody that is in that space.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like I'm in that space too of like being extremely proud and identifying as an African American and knowing that everything that I have to do and become and you know, who I am today is because of that.
Yep.
But being a little bit, you know, jaded in a sense of like, because my lifestyle hasn't perceived a certain way and I want to talk about certain things that it makes it tough. But you know, it's a good conversation. That's why we talk about
always
this shit.
a great
and
conversation.
we stopped talking about fucking coronavirus for a sec.
It
made me feel like it wasn't happening. Here we go again.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I wanna, before we get out here, I wanna make sure people get to know you a little bit better because you definitely gonna be back here. You know, more often. We got some big thing. I'm not gonna say nothing because you know NDAs go crazy, but this man here is working on some really big shit. And we're excited to down the line. We'll talk about all that good shit. Hopefully once you know things start to settle, we'll be able to talk about that. One thing that we really, me and Tevin, kind of have a good insight on, motherfuckers gonna laugh at us, is zodiac signs.
Yes,
astrology.
sir. Yes, sir.
People always get mad when I
Yes,
say
sir.
zodiac signs, astrology.
Yes, sir.
Bro, what was your intro? And also, our Gerald's shaking his head right now. People make fun of us. Our own friends make fun of us. But hey, it is what it is. It's very insightful for numerous reasons. We're gonna talk about it. What was your introduction to astrology, and what do you think? Like, obviously, it's not the key to life.
My
not
introduction?
but it says things, right? Like it does.
Yeah, I mean,
speaks.
I had a friend. Still do have a friend, female friend. That
I had a friend.
nah, and
She was my friend.
and she really introduced me to zodiac signs.
Yeah.
And it made me kind of put me on the CoStar and all that stuff. And it made me kind of look at
CoStar
like,
go crazy.
Yep. And it made me kind of look at the reason, like, and I'm not saying it's the reason why I do certain things or the reason why I am, but I started to look at all my friends who are Aquariuses. And then
That's what that is.
January through February.
You're right. So
January-
you're in between Cap and Pisces.
I am. No. I'm in between. Me personally, I'm January 21st, so I'm the first day of Aquarius season.
So you're kind of a Cap.
I'm
Yeah, you're
big
like
capper.
you're right there. My dad's a 20th.
Yeah, so it's just like I started to realize just the certain similarities that I had with. I started to realize the certain similarities that I have with other Aquariuses as well. Like they're like, oh, you guys are all you care about is yourself, which I don't. You're highly.
This is
selfish.
Aquarius you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's just like, you know, you're very unemotional and unemotionally like unavailable, and you know you don't really express your feelings. And I was just like, wow, like you know,
You sound like some cold-hearted motherfucker.
I mean, I'm not cold, but it's just like sometimes I do.
Y'all got personality too, though.
Yeah, it's like we could be the life of the party, but then it's like at the same time, like you know, when people are like, they're asking us like, well, how do you really feel, or what are your emotions about this, or you know, like, you know, certain things like that. It's just like, like, I'm okay. Like, it's cool. Like, we kind of just go with the flow. But deep down, like, we have some internal stuff that we should let out. But, yeah, but it's like, you know, we're not going to let it out. Like, an example of who's an Aquarius, like, The Weeknd is an Aquarius.
The Weeknd is Aquarius?
J. Cole.
Yeah, we should. Let me look up and see.
J. Cole is an Aquarius. Like, Michael Jordan is an Aquarius. Michael B. Jordan is an Aquarius. Meg Thee Stallion is an Aquarius.
You just named.
Yeah, nah. Because, I mean, bro, if you look at J. Cole, look at his former music where he talked about, you know, being cold and emotionless and all that stuff. And you look at somebody like The Weeknd, where what was the name of his song? Cold Hearted or something like that, bruh. I forgot. Heartless, you know what I mean? Michael Jordan, like, he's a cold person. Meg Thee Stallion, you know, she talks about how she don't really need love and all that stuff. So
I feel you. Yeah, and I'm out here repping for the Cancers. You know what time it is. I really rock with astrology. Honestly, I can't remember. I had a friend.
Yeah.
I don't know what her name is. I had a few friends. We had women put me on astrology, and that's anything that women tell you, especially if it's a woman you trust, you have to listen. Mandatory.
Thanks.
You know, there's so much smarter.
Push your own game.
We're
You feel
absolutely
me?
dumbass. But I say that to say that I was curious by way of infatuation and those things.
Yep.
And what I tell people is like, by no means is this like the reason that you're friends with somebody or whatever it is. What I believe if you believe in the law of attraction and you believe in that, what I mean, it's very tough right now where we're at in the world right now. But if you believe in that things happen for a reason, or you believe that like certain individuals that come into your life have a purpose and a value, then you believe in the law of attraction. And this, as an astrology, has an ability to, for example, like let's say we didn't know each other, right? And you were a Capricorn. My dad is a Capricorn, right? You know, and it allows me to see that what features do you possess that I see in my father as a male, as a Capricorn, and that type of style. Having nothing to do with the fact that you never met my father, may not never meet him, but it gives me that comfort. Or in some cases, I'm on a date with a shorty. She tells me she's a Scorpio. I'm like, fuck. It was really nice to meet you, but give me the bill and I'm sliding.
Scorpios are cool though.
We'll get there in a second. But it's like, you feel me? It gives you that stability, at least, because if not, you're left in the dark hoping and making and thinking of, whatever, about what you think about people. Yeah. So I think it does matter in that sense. And I think it's cool. It's fun.
Absolutely.
Do you have, I'm a Cancer. They say we're emotional, which is cool.
Big emotional.
All I know is, we're personable. You feel me? We make really great partners. We make great friends. If we rock with you, we gonna ride for you.
Facts, man.
For decades. Yeah. You feel me? And we're likable as motherfuckers. So
y'all are.
And it's June 3rd. I'm gonna say my birthday. It's June, so we go right after May, and people are so excited that it's our season because Geminis are right before us. Ooh, so they're like, yo, thank God it's over. Here come us. And we're in the middle of summer. We're the motherfuckers that never had to celebrate a birthday in school. Your little cupcake ass parties came in. We never had to do that. All my birthdays were at water parks.
All my birthdays were raining.
Tubing, you feel me? Like, that's dark. I never had to worry about that. Okay, look, let me show you who we got. We got Ariana Grande.
Yes, sir.
We got Khloe Kardashian.
Yes,
we got
sir.
Elon Musk.
Oh,
so
yes,
make sure you talk to us super nice. We have Fantasia. We have Solange. Lindsay Lohan. Ooh. Why are all these white people? Why are they posting alone? Damn. We have Kevin Hart. I'll rock with that. Give me one more.
Kevin Hart for
Tia
sure.
and Tamara. Give me one more. I need to be proud. Tom Hanks, not really good. I'll end it on this. Sofia Vergara. That's it.
Bad.
Mic drop. And they got the boy. So. Yeah, see, look, thank you, bro. You got Jiggy. Ooh. You feel me? Just wait on it. Just wait on it. That's my guy. Lawrence.
We'll give you that.
Lawrence Roxman. We got the homies independent. We got a Sag, which is extremely I think they're they are passive aggressive, but I think they are really dope people.
Yeah,
in the sense that there's not a lot of toxic qualities. We have a Pisces / Aries, and it's his birthday today. So shout out to my motherfucking brother Gerald. You feel me?
Clap it up. Ooh, wait, I didn't know you had the.
Yeah, clap it up for
I didn't know you had the cheer thing on there. That's
wet. This is my favorite one. Bitch.
Wait. Is that the Keen one?
No, that's me.
Oh.
Bitch.
I thought that for a minute you sounded like Keen with it, man.
Bitch. All right,
that was wet.
Pause. So it is, and then we got a Pisces. Guys, extremely toxic. They're the worst.
Man, hey.
All right. Do you have a sign that you think you're compatible with?
Who,
the
me?
Most that you've had good experiences with?
Bro, so they actually say that. I would say this, bro. They say that air signs are most compatible with air signs.
Who are those three?
I would honestly say the people that I'm most compatible with are Aquariuses, Libras, and Geminis.
That may be the weakest three.
Bruh, I'm not even capping with you.
Oh my gosh.
Scorpios,
y'all are all different.
Scorpios as well.
I like that though because there's levels. It's like the Libras are here, the Aquarius is here, and then the Geminis are.
See, with the Aquarius, the Aquarius is scary because it's like with the Aquarius, it's like, yo, you are the exact same person as me, and it's like, yo, this is like way too good. You feel me? Because it's really like you're the same exact person. Like you trying to just vibe, have a good time, and stay out the way and chill. Stay out the way. No, I mean like it's like like with Aquarius, we're like like we have our own stuff.
I know some pretty extroverted ass Aquariuses though.
Who?
I got homies in Orlando. One of my friends, Isaac, he fucking is like the mayor of the city, and he's extremely emotional. But
Yeah.
he's more extroverted about his Aquarius.
Yup.
Because you know that exists. There's
Yeah.
like people that are
No,
more in the
I think that
forefront about what they
Aquariuses
do.
are the perfect like introverted extroverts because it's like we literally like it's what Kendrick said that stuff.
No, I'm an extrovert introvert.
But it's like I think that with Aquariuses, it's like we could be the life of the party. We could be fun. I want to dance, have fun, go stupid, have fun, all that stuff.
Tev Faded is the funniest shit of all time,
but then there could be times where it's like, all right, I don't feel like talking to anybody. Like I'll straight up just like I'll be solo dolo, just
Do
by
not
myself.
disturb.
Do not disturb, just by myself. You know what I mean? So it's just like there's two things.
So you're standing with like your most compatible is like your air signs.
Yeah, fast.
I feel the same way. They say our most compatible are Tauruses, which I rock with. One of my ex was a Taurus, and it did work for various reasons. Us being a lot, then being passive. But water signs, I'm rocking with y'all all day. They say we toxic. We're not toxic. You're
my
toxic. You should
God.
listen in the future.
Water and fire signs.
Bro, no. Foot fire, whatever that is, that's not important. Water signs, that's us, that's Pisces, that's Scorpio. If you cannot handle any of those signs, then you know what? That says more about you than it does about us.
But see, and that's the
We're
thing,
looking
like-
for a good time, not a long time. Short-term
I don't know about
commitments.
all that, bro.
Um,
I don't know about that. Water signs, y'all lovey-dovey.
you love us, you hate us. What else? You're gonna end up, on the ride of your life.
I don't know, bro. Water
That's
signs,
what it
bro.
is.
Y'all lovey-dovey, bro. When
No,
y'all
we're
love,
not, bro.
When y'all love deep, bro.
And the sad part is it's temporary. So we gonna fall in love with you, make you fall in love with us, and then skirt.
done.
Like that's dark. Except me, I'm extremely compatible. I'm
I
extremely
saw
loyal.
one-
I'm extremely invested
Yep.
in everything that I believe in, including whoever that is.
Facts.
Down the
I
line.
heard one joke that said Scorpios are like cancers with the leather jacket. That shit was funny.
That's really what it is, though. That's
funny.
really what it is,
That
though.
was funny.
With they're like more like dark and violent for sure. Like they're more
Drake. Look at Drake. He's like, ooh, I'll catch you deep.
That's really that is such a bar, bro. Because seriously, like we definitely have Scorpio tendencies, but we're much more like light and unfortunately secretive and mild about it.
Yes.
They're like, yo, I'm gonna put this shit on. You rock with me or not? Like that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to end your whole
Pisces
career.
are just cool,
That's
too.
on some Drake stuff, bro.
Yeah.
He definitely is emotional, but he got that leather jacket around him. Like, oh, you want to mess with me? Okay,
Yeah.
fine then. I'm at your head. Yada yada.
And Pisces like they wear turtlenecks, but they carry a pocket knife.
Oh, cuts deep. Cuts deep.
And then they'll split their wrists and then say that it's your fault.
That's a shot.
And then say that it's
shot.
your fault. And
That's
say
a shot. Oh,
and say
It's
and
your
say that
fault. It's your fault I did this. I'm like, what?
It's your fault. It's your fault.
And then they'll come back later and apologize.
Man, bro.
I'm sorry I
Man,
did this.
bro.
I just had to fuck you up, bro.
Man, bro, I met a Pisces recently, and like it was so cool to be able to have somebody that you didn't have to like fake who you were, but then like because of who you were, resembled too much of like positivity and like things that it could like. It was like, nah, I'm too used to like carrying the load. So like I'm cool off.
Well,
these.
you know, one thing what I do respect earth signs for is earth signs are just very, very, very grounded. Like they're really like you don't ever have to worry about an earth sign not being on their shit. You feel me?
Who are those?
Virgos.
Most underrated sign by far.
If you don't know anything about Virgos,
Do you even know when Virgo season is?
September, right?
It is in between. It's in between. It's forgotten. It's forgotten because it's in between Leos and Libras. So it's that end of August to your point, early September.
Bro. Virgos, bro.
Extremely forgotten.
Beyonce is a Virgo, and
Extremely
every single
forgotten.
Virgo that I know is like perfection, damn near, bro.
I know a lot of
Crazy.
light skin. A lot of light skin Virgos.
Weak, man.
Is that not weird? You said Beyonce, so he said Beyonce, so it triggered my fucking.
Beyonce is like
Fuck.
she is light skinned.
She is the light skin.
Nah, but you know what? She's not really light skin. She's more like caramel. You feel me?
So like no, because caramel is like when I think caramel, I think about the drizzle on Starbucks drinks.
When I think light skin,
Like
I
a
think
caramel
Drake.
taffy?
I think Drake is light skin.
Okay.
Like
okay.
that's like light.
She's like
bright.
she's like coffee, like
Yeah.
like a coffee.
Exactly. She like my skin complexion. I could say I'm Beyonce's skin complexion. You know what I'm saying? I just.
I got that Beyonce foundation.
I got that Beyonce brown. You feel me?
Fuck with me. Okay, man. Tev, I really do appreciate you taking the time to be here with me,
man.
man.
It's good.
We talked Corona, we talked culture, we talked zodiacs, we talked astrology. What would you leave the people with to like, just be able to think about it and try to, put into their life as we, go through this time?
Yeah, I would say just to let your mind, I want to say let your mind rest, but I would say let your mind rest until you become inspired. It's okay to some days be lazy. It's okay to some days just not want to do anything, especially in the times that we're in right now. I think right now is coming out of this where you don't have too high highs and too low lows.
Yeah.
And I think that when you come out of this, you're like, you know what? I'm stronger. I'm better mentally than I came out of it. I think just get in tune with yourself. It's okay to be in your thoughts because it's only going to be, you're only going to grow. And I think you're only going to know yourself more and you're going to know what you like. And I think that just moving forward, it's just, take this time to, take a walk and just listen to the air or be inside and listen to music and vibe out. I think that's one of the things that have helped me is it's realizing that this is a marathon and we don't know how long this is going to go. So know that it will end. And I think it's just staying positive and trying to stay away from the media because like Kanye said, he said, ain't nothing on the news but the blues, man. So I had to stop myself from even going on Complex because every time I went on Complex, I was always hearing about somebody dying or
Complex
something.
Complex thinks that they're NBC.
Yeah, bro. So I'm just like, nah. I even had to stop watching SportsCenter, bro, because it was just like
shit on there. They get on there. What do you think?
Like they get on there and be like, yeah, like this is shut down. Somebody died. It's this, and I'm just like, you know what?
Tom Brady to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Fuck Whitney.
I don't
Hey,
know
bro, I'm sorry. We've been down and out for too long. I might just do a segment and say Tom Brady to the Bucks.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That little tweet that was like Tom Brady is now Floridian and
Beach.
Like, what's up, Jit? Like, that was
hey man, Tom Brady to the Bucks. Tom Brady to the Bucks. I got on this LA Rams jersey. They let go of Todd Gurley, but I had to become a fake ass LA Rams fan because I have not had nothing to cheer about from my Tampa Bay Bucks in literally 15 years, and now it's coming.
Brady's a
so
baby
we don't
boy.
want no new fans. What the buck?
Brady's a baby boy. That's why he got that swag, man.
That's what it is. No, that's a really great perspective, bro. I think actually I just said the word, but I think personally what I would suggest is two things. The first thing being I had a conversation with Raph the other day, and it was we all are being affected by this individually.
Yeah.
I would ask everybody just though once a day consider those who are being impacted by this financially, physically, and just assess. Like, for example, if you were watching this right now, if you're listening to this in your car, if you're watching this on your iPhone or your laptop, there is a level of what do you call it? Access, right?
Well, bro, to touch on that, I want people to know this, and it kind of helped my perspective on this is. So many times, I don't think people realize that in America, we've been taught that rich is a totally different category than what the world is considers rich. I think that people don't realize that if you are working at McDonald's and you're literally making $10, $7 an hour, you are considered rich amongst the world. In America, we are making. Even if you're making minimum wage, you are making the most than probably 70% of the world.
Wow.
So I think it's that people have to realize that, yes, like there's people in certain countries that live like how we're living every day, but to a worse extent.
Yeah.
Like we're over here complaining like, oh man, we can't go outside, but it's like, nah, like there's people that have it way worse. You know what I mean?
Homeless people are the only people outside right
Homeless
now.
people
We're
are
in
the only
downtown
people,
LA.
Homeless people are the only people that are outside right now. You know
By,
what I
by
mean?
way of no choice. And then if this war to unfortunately affect them, they have absolutely zero resources, zero way to put themselves in a position to heal.
Exactly.
You know?
So when you start feeling bad for yourself, just think about how grateful
yeah.
and how sheltered you are in
Yeah.
the place that you're in, because I think that'll change your mindset. And I think once that people start appreciating the small things, I think at times we even complain about, you know, like we were joking around about toilet paper earlier, but it's just like, no, like really sit down and become appreciative. And I think during times like these, I think that
5 minutes a day, whatever it is.
I
whatever
think
it
that
is.
even though people sadly are dying and getting sick, and I pray for them that they get better, I think that the world needed to fully heal. And I think that there was a time where I was really at the beach and I was walking and I saw just how in unison, I'm like, we're all in this together. Like everybody here that's at the beach, they're all trying to do the same thing, and that's seek motivation. I mean, that's to seek space and clarity and peace of mind at this beach. Everybody here is on the same tip and the same width. And I saw, you know, a group of kids playing at one end. I saw somebody walking. I was like, yo, we're all trying to get out the house and find clarity. So it's just like, man, I think the world has never been more united at this point, even though at times we're separate. But I think that as a country, as a whole, I think that when everybody steps outside, they're definitely stepping outside with a purpose to, like, let me clear my mind.
Exactly. No, that's good. I mean, shit. I don't need to say a second thing. You just took it and made a 1.52. No, I think that's super important, man. And it's just again that like rhetoric that like, you know, what it is meant for us to understand in this time is not known right now. And, you know, part of that is okay. You know, I think that we just want to be able to figure out what it is we're meant for, what this time is, and, you know, let it manifest. So, Tev, I appreciate you again, dog. I said it 9 times, but you're going to rock with us real soon. Yep. I'm looking forward to some responses. Maybe we'll have some women on here and talk about zodiac signs. And what they think about that, you know, whatever it is. But you in the building with your boy Jiggy. This is Reckless Hype. Before I get out of here, I want to give a big shout out to my team in the building. Got to give a shout out to my man Lawrence. Yes, always rocking this. That's my partner in this Reckless thing. The birthday, the motherfucking birthday boy. You know what I'm saying? Gerald, you feel me? Ooh, Gerald, just Gerald's birthday, yes, 23. Sir. I'm looking forward. Me and Gerald, his episode was supposed to come out, but we're making y'all wait because we got something so much bigger in store. So I'm excited. Thankful for my brother. Make sure you wish him happy birthday. I don't give a fuck if it's April 10th when you see this. Go comment on his picture. Yes, Gerald _Machiavelli, is that correct? Facts, Syracuse finest. Kai, my most toxic friend by far. I am extremely wholesome. I extremely kind, and somehow when Kai comes around, I lose sight of those things. No, but Kai's in the building. Always shows love. Tev's in the building. You're in the building with your boy Jiggy on Reckless Hype. Make sure you follow us on Reckless Hype. That's Reckless Hype on Instagram _. I changed my shit. I almost said _JIGGYY 2 times because I'm twice as nice. It is now Who is Jiggy. So make sure you go do that. Find out. He could be a podcast host. He could be a former CIF first team receiver. He could be He could be the guy.
Didn't even know he was that cold.
Your athlete wifey is hanging out with that doesn't play sports. Also Avis Lewis's son and Ziggy's father.
Cold-blooded.
You know what time it is. But hey man, we love you. We appreciate you. And until next time. Cheese.
Ooh. Don't play a Uzi. I was actually slapping this before I pulled up today.
That's why I was like, bro, you can do your social like this stream. Because I listen to alternative, but this is really going. I know you hear it.